So I'm sure you've heard by now that Dead Island 2 is going to be an Epic Games Store exclusive on PC. And I have some issues with this. Mainly because I own Dead Island Riptide, Dead Island Definitive, and Dead Island Riptide Definitive on Steam. I also own Dying Light and Dying Light 2 on Steam, which are also made by Techland. I know that Deep Silver is working on Dead Island 2 under Dambuster Studios, but they have decided to make it an Epic Games Store exclusive. Now, I'm all for competition. I really am. In the gaming sphere, I'm all for competition. Competition is usually a good thing. But I do not like what the Epic Games Store does. They take all their Fortnite money, yes, Fortnite money, all the money that they've made from Fortnite, and they put it into these developers. They push it towards these game companies to make their game a timed exclusive on their platform, and then later on it comes to Steam. I don't like that, mainly because I would rather have the game launch on Steam and the Epic Game Store and GOG or wherever at the same time. I don't need something to be a timed exclusive on a particular platform. That to me is just anti-consumer, because I want the freedom of choice to buy it on which store I want to buy it on. I don't want to have to wait a year to do so. And mainly, the Epic Games Store doesn't have achievements, it doesn't have forums, it doesn't have reviews, it also has less security than Steam, it doesn't run as Steam, and I have all my game library dating back to 2007 on Steam. I want all my games in the same place. It would be like if you owned a console, like a PS5, let's say, and there's a separate store on the PS5. You have all your games on the PS5, and there's a separate store on the PS5 that you have to buy it on there, and it's separate from the main store. Or, for example, let's say that a game is coming out on your PS5 or your Xbox Series X, and at the last minute it gets ripped away and is a timed exclusive to the PS5 or the Xbox. You wouldn't like that, right? That's essentially what the Epic Games Store is doing. And it's happened before in the past that games have been advertised as coming to Steam, and at the last minute they get ripped away by the Epic Games Store and get put as an exclusive for a whole year on that platform. And I don't like that. And the main reason I'm saying this is because Dead Island 2 sales will suffer as being an exclusive on the Epic Games Store. They may make more money up front by the Epic Games Store deal, but in the long run, they're going to lose out on sales, and they will make less money because Steam has a bigger fan base. There's way more users on Steam than there are on the Epic Games Store. And the people that use the Epic Games Store are just on there to play Fortnite. Let's be real. They're just on there for that. They don't care about the other games on there. The vast majority of people do not. So, if they'd put the game on Steam and had it just on Steam, or had it both be on the Epic Games Store and Steam at the same time, they would make way more money. Mainly because Steam users are going to buy the game. And that's the thing, like, you're going to lose out on sales. People are not going to buy it a year from now. Not as many people will, because, number one, they don't care anymore because it's an older game. Or number two, they don't want to support these developers who have made their game an Epic Game exclusive, and they don't want to support that, and so they're not going to buy it on Steam anyways, and they're not going to care about your game at all. And the main thing is, I just hate that the Epic Game Store does this. It is just so anti-consumer, and I'm really sick of it. And especially games that have been advertised as coming to Steam for a long time, and then getting put on the Epic Game Store. It's just anti-consumer in every single way. And I'm sick and tired of Epic Game Store doing this to our games. I want Dead Island 2 on Steam on relaunch day. I want it on launch day on Steam. And I don't think that I'm going to buy it on the Epic Game Store. I might end up buying it on console at this point, or sailing the high seas. And I think that it's perfectly fine to sail the high seas in this case, if you know what I mean. I don't usually support that kind of thing. I haven't sailed the high seas since 2013, 2012, somewhere in there. But in this case, if your game is being literally stripped away from you, and something that you thought that was going to come to Steam that originally was thought to, like back in freaking 2014, then I think you have every single right to do that. Go ahead, go ahead, get your torrents ready, and download Dead Island 2 and stick it to them. Show them, put your money where your mouth is, and do not support the Epic Game Store. I'm sick and tired of them doing this and pulling games out from under us. I'm sick of timed exclusives. Timed exclusives are a bad thing. It should just be on whatever platform. More people playing the game, the better. I don't care if a game launches on Steam and the Epic Game Store at the same time, I'm 100% okay with that. But I'm not fine with it being stripped away to keep it away from a platform just so the Epic Game Store can try to make some extra money on it. I'm not okay with that. I'm sick and tired of it. This is Not the Average Gamers. Sign off. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. I will leave you with a couple minutes, I guess, of Dead Island game here at play here at the end. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. And leave your comments below what you guys think about this. And I'd like to know your thoughts and opinions. I know there's a lot of people that do like the Epic Game Store, don't have a problem with it. I personally have a problem with it because it's anti-consumer. And that's all I have to say. See ya.